Family is a driving force behind many successful operations, but one ranch in Bruno, Idaho is 7 generations in the making and still going strong. Reporter Brian Baxter explains how their hard work and determination create a rich family lifestyle.
The Western way of ranching business is to build off the heritage that you have and be able to pass it on to the next generation.
One look at this beautiful landscape in Bruno, Idaho, and it's easy to understand why the Collier family has been ranching in this area for over 130 years.
Well, it all began in 1876. My great-grandfather came out here from Cambridge, Ohio with his family. I was raised as a little kid, what's now under the water, the house, original house. We moved over out of there in 1936 and bought a ranch, and that part is still incorporated in this ranch, and then we added other ranches to it.
While the landscape has changed over time with the addition of a reservoir, there's one thing that has stayed the same: the importance of family. 4 generations of Colliers, ranging in age from 3 months to 86 years old, live together on the ranch.
We're very lucky to have my mom and dad here on the ranch, still very active in the operation. Kyle got married and decided to come back and continue the operation. Him and his wife Bobby live here, as well as their 2 kids, Piper and Cruz, and then of course Sherry and I, and my daughter Katie's actively involved as well.
It's nice that my daughter can, run down the hill and go down and see my grandparents, and then she can run up to my mom and dad's in the same amount of time.
Hardly a week goes by that we don't all get together and eat meals together, and somebody fixes something for each other, and we have a lot of camaraderie right in our own family.
Along with a strong family connection comes a love for the ranch that's passed down from generation to generation.
When I was in college, I used to call home once a day to find out not so much about how everybody was doing, but how the cattle were doing, or what was happening on the ranch on a daily basis. I mean, it's one thing that seems like it's just kind of bred into you a little bit.
As the Collier family grows, so does their operation. But no matter what changes, they hope Hereford cattle will always remain at the heart of the ranch.
The real plus for Hereford cattle is the efficiency and their ability to adapt under harsh range conditions. That's always been their strength. I guess feet and legs and structure on the cattle and their ability to travel.
We've always had Hereford cattle. We had commercial Herefords. I can remember a time that we wouldn't see a black one on this ranch.
Back in about 1976, Sherry and I got married, and we kind of changed the operation from a commercial operation, went to purebred Herefords, and then in '92 we have sold the commercial part of the operation, and then started with some Angus and got in the registered Angus business as well.
The 2 breeds really complement each other, and it's interesting since we've had both of the cattle to figure out the strengths and weaknesses of both breeds, and then actually it makes you understand why those 2 breeds need to be crossed.
Their expertise is paying off big. The Colliers have won many top awards from cattle shows around the country.
We've been really lucky, in the past probably 10 years at the National Western Stock Show, which is kind of our Super Bowl of cattle shows, if you will. We had 2 bulls that were 2-time national champions in back-to-back years, and that's pretty rare. We've been able to have a couple, 2 or 3 national champion females as well.
Although their roots date back to the 1800s, the Collier family uses modern technology to help out on their big annual sale day and to meet the ever-changing needs of their customers.
Our big payday is sale day. We normally have 200 to 300 people at the ranch sale day, and we try to offer about 150 to 170 bulls, usually 50 or 60 females as well. We have quite a few people that feel comfortable enough with our program that they're able to stay at home and bid over the internet, and we stand behind our cattle, and they know the reputation of what they'll do, and so they don't have to travel like they have in the past.
No matter what changes lay ahead of them, the Collier family hopes one thing will never change: living their daily lives together on the ranch.
You have a different mentality, I guess, when you wake up in the morning. You're not working from 9 to 5 and go home and you don't care about what happens the rest of the day. You have a lot more invested interest in what you're doing. Since it is a family operation, it sure enough makes you care just a little bit more.
Reporting from the Collier, Hereford, and Angus Ranch in Bruno, Idaho, I'm Brian Baxter for NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.